Gundafar, we are in the middle of a war. Your place is at the front lines by my son's side. Pray tell, what provokes your unwarranted return to the palace?
A matter of utmost importance, Your Majesty, such that I must personally report it to you.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun. Ah, yes. Here's what I was thinking about the unused funds. Given that the acting Grand Master saw fit to allocate these funds to my trip in the first place, I think it's my responsibility to make sure that every last mora is put to good use. In other words, what do you say we find a way to spend the remaining budget? Perhaps a fancy meal at a nice restaurant? Or a river cruise that takes in the sights of Sumeru City? Or we could buy a few nice mementos to take home. Hey, no need to put it like that. Let's keep walking. We can consider it some more on the road. The rules of the Knights of Favonia state that any and all expenditures during a business trip are counted as travel expenses. That's more than enough justification to live a little.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
That's enough work for today.
It's best.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
That's enough work for today. That's enough work for today.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
That's That's enough work for today.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
If only I had my sister's luck.
That's enough work for today.
It's best. If only I had my sister's luck.
That's enough work for today.
If only I had my sister's luck.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
It's best. If only I had my sister's luck.
That's enough work for today.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
That's enough work for today.
If only I had my sister's luck.
That's enough work for today. That's enough work for today.
It's best if you don't stay in the sea for too
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
That's enough work for today.
If only I had my sister's luck.
That's enough work for today.
If only I had my sister's luck.
That's enough work for today.
If only I had my sister's luck.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
That's enough work for today. Sister's luck.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
If only I had my sister's luck. Oh, it's best if you don't stare. That's enough work for today. If only I had my sister's luck. That's enough work for today. It's best if you don't stare. That's enough work for today.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
If only I had my sister's luck. That's enough work for today. If only I had my sister's luck. That's enough work for today.
Of course, with me being here on my own, it was looking like a wasted opportunity. But now that I've run into you, why don't we make this a joint trip?
What you see is what we've got. Feel free to look around.
You're always so busy. It's high time, and anyway, life is short, so we should make the most of the time we have. Now I remember your honest care in that case. I guess, oh, when I was souvenir shopping, let's keep that as... It's just, I want you to find out for yourself, then it's settled. We'll leave together shortly. Look, Mondstadt's windmills. Ah, such a comforting sight. Now, as promised, your souvenir. Here you go. According to the merchant I bought it from, mysterious spirits called Jinn often live in lamps like this. And this lamp in particular once housed a very powerful genie. Merchants love to exaggerate to help make a sale, but it's still quite the pretty little lamp. I know you like rare things, so perhaps you can add this to your collection. Of course, you can also use it as an ordinary pot. Personally, I think it'd make an excellent wine vessel. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. I'm ready to head into the city now. You're free to join me, or you can make your own schedule. I could give everyone their souvenirs first, but I'm not sure whether I'm in the mood for running around and visiting people right after the long journey. Maybe I'll take a breather first. But I know I'll only get bored sitting in my room alone. Ugh. Do you have any suggestions? I'm honored to have such a caring friend. Let's go to the plaza in front of the cathedral. We can listen to the bards playing or feed the pigeons. After so long in Sumeru, I've begun to miss that slow-paced and relaxed atmosphere. There's no rush. We can take our time and stroll on over.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you. Port Ormos is always lively, even late into the night. People there go to bed much later than I imagined. Quite a stark contrast with my... Good question. Life in Sumeru, although they taught me a lot of simple, honest Fair enough. Well... Excuse me, Sister Grace. Does the church choir have any performances coming up soon?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh?
As you probably know...
Yes.
Yes, exact. But first, maybe Captain Kaya.
Me?
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you've figured out who this expert is already. He has the best singing voice of any poet in Mondstadt, and understands poetry better than any other singer. Plus, he's exceptionally easy to find. 9 out of 10 times, he's in the tavern.
Buckle up!
Good day. Drinking alone? I hope you don't mind us joining you.
Hello, hello! Please, take a seat. We're all friends here.
Patton, one moonlit alley and an apple cider.
Ooh, excellent choices. Come on, let's have a toast and drain our glasses together. Here's to the time spent drinking with friends, which is more unforgettable than the drinks are delectable.
Ever the poet, Professor Venti. A beautiful toast from the bard with the most. Any new songs of yours we could listen to? There's a real dearth of quality entertainment at the moment, since the cathedral's choir performance has been delayed again. Speaking of which, I trust you've heard Sister Grace's choir perform before?
Of course! Though the format is a little on the formal side, they do sing quite beautifully. Very pleasant to listen to.
So you'd say you enjoy listening to hymns?
Let me think. Well, however it's expressed, as long as you can hear the singer's passion and joy in their voice, I consider it a phenomenal performance.
Passion and joy, huh? An intriguing perspective. By this logic, I suppose Lord Barbados would also enjoy the choir's performances.
Oh? And why is that?
Think about it. It's only because of his patient guidance and protection that the people of Mondstadt can now sing such beautiful hymns in the cathedral. It must be quite satisfying for him to hear a joyful people lift up their voices in song.
Yes, well, that's a beautiful image filled with hope. But actually, maybe Barbados himself doesn't give it so much thought. In principle, the hymns of the cathedral are dedicated to a god. But in reality, the audience are all ordinary people with very worldly concerns. So what really matters is that the people enjoy what they're listening to.
If Sister Grace was able to see things that way, perhaps she wouldn't feel so distressed.
Huh? Distressed? About what? Ugh, she might be asking a bit too much. To be honest, if they have a natural talent for music, they should just be allowed to sing whatever they want. I'm pretty sure the first people to sing songs to the Animo Archon weren't all singing the same tune. Besides, he is the god of freedom. Surely he'd prefer to hear Mondstadters sing their hearts out however comes naturally to them.
Well, to each their own, I say. But Sister Grace seems quite bothered by the whole thing. If only a kind soul with a deep understanding of poetry and music could help her. Patton?
More drinks?
Uh-oh. I only brought enough money for one bottle today. I'll have to pass.
Another bottle of apple cider for Venti, please, Patton. My treat.
Wow! Thanks, Kaya. You were one of the finest students ever to emerge from my fast-track love poetry class. I always did admire your enthusiasm and kindness. With the aid of this bottle, a humble bard's woes are whisked away on the wind. And so it falls to this humble bard to pass the blessing on to another.
Then this is probably the single most worthwhile alcohol purchase I've ever made. With your help, Sister Grace's problems are as good as solved. Sister Grace is a devout follower of the Animo Archon. Perhaps it's her depth of devotion that causes her to worry too much about the smallest things.
Don't worry. Just wait a moment. I'll go find her. Right after I finish this cider. The next time you visit her, our sweet sister shall be sad no more.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life. The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you. We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you. We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you. We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Be safe. May the animal
Not even one spicy dish.
Hello, Sister Grace. How are the rehearsals going?
Captain Kaya, your bard friend has a few suggestions that are somewhat fanciful.
Fanciful in this. Everyone in the choir, what? Suddenly asking them to. So, why ask them to adjust to the demands of those staid old church hymns when you could just.
Church choirs typically stick. What's stopping you from considering it, Sister?
While I don't
Is the church so venti? Do you think the Animo Archon would like to hear a new...
Of course! This was the.
Okay, well, let's see what... Another vote of confidence. Looks like we're all in favor then.
Of course.
Should we find some people to help?
Good idea. Let's split... let me think. Since we're composing a song, we should try and recruit at least one person who understands music. Aha, I know. Sister Grace, how would you feel about us asking Sister Barbara to provide her input?
Given that the idea is to write a song dedicated to Lord Barbados, I'm sure Sister Barbara would be very willing.
Perfect. Traveler, why don't you head into the cathedral and invite Sister Barbara to join us? I'll look for another friend who's interested in helping us.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life. We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life. We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Let the wind lead. Traveler, it's been a long time since Fortunately, I have some time to spare at the moment. What is it? Oh, I see. What an interesting idea. The hymns we know today have been passed down to us through the ages. Very few people would ever think to create a new one. But as long as we put our hearts into it and write with reverence and devotion, perhaps our new song can become part of the tradition that is passed on and bring joy to future generations. I never imagined that the bard would come up with... Sure! Let's go there together right now.
Ah, you're here.
You took your sweet time. Psh, I've seen Kaya. Can we really? And is the choir really gonna perform?
I don't think anything's off limits.
I'm used to just humming to myself while I never thought we'd be able to just sing what we wanted. Plus, we get to write a song.
Thank you, everyone.
I agree.
I expect that
That's Kaya for you. Got it in one.
Ooh, well then.
Of course.
I think I'd like.
Let us praise Mondstadt.
See? Already we... huh?
What are you doing here? Didn't want to participate in the discussions? I just wanted to take you to hear a performance. The rehearsals are now back on track. I'd rather it didn't come to that. If doing nothing but that would get boring after all. Besides...
Oh! We're ready to review and discuss everyone's lyric contributions now.
I still recall the teachings of with so many true believers. That's what a song of worship is all about.
And that's the reason you've decided to leave?
Slipping away before the final verse. Oh no. You've seen right through me.
Wow, that was a craftily crafted speech. I almost fell for it. But to share all this with a group of friends, only to find myself one friend short, if you don't want to write the swift current surf, majestic wave, the stars in my eye. If you are a chaser of freedom, the animal Archon will bless you. So why not let the—
A boat that has come unmoored will not get lost in the night, but sail towards the dawn.
Of course, you don't have to believe in it, but the—
Well,
What?
Gundafar, we are in the middle of a war.
A matter of utmost importance.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun. Actually, they were desert dwellers. Come on, let's go watch.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
Your Majesty, not only has God be Frasyav's brazen up, my king, this battle has finally restored the dignity of our people. Moreover, with Frasyav's offer of land comes the opportunity to expand our borders, as your Majesty so greatly wishes. His Highness the Prince and I believe this peace settlement will be a great boon to our nation. It is for this reason alone that I have removed my armor and made haste back to our halls from the...
Ah, it's the tale of Prince Kubad. Ever heard this one? Don't worry, I still the main characters are when the prince was young, miraculously, now uneasy, and this is the part where the prince's...
Frosiyov lost because he did not have the blessing of God. Once the bells of war have begun to toll, they shall not cease until the blood of our enemy... If Kubad still wishes to be...
Your Majesty, I must... If, however, we insist on bringing a whole nation to its knees, then so long as a single person is left my king, a people...
Cease, Gundafar. Your mind grows dull in your old age, filled with naive delusions. We shall have no more need of you on the battlefield. As for my son Kubad, I will summon him back to the capital, so he may be tried by a court-martial.
What are you saying, when he was false, now you would turn me away?
The justification is that my word, not yours, is the law of the land. Cease and be gone, Gundafar, so you may spend the rest of your days with your wife.
What has become of the king that I served with my life? Fanaticism has robbed him of all reason and wisdom. Peace is surely the most favorable path for our nation, yet he refuses to accept it.
I must think of a way to seize control of the army back from the hands of my wayward son, that they might continue the fight to the end. Perhaps the first task should be this. I shall send a loyal contingent of warriors to eliminate Frosiyov and the hostages he has...
Brilliant acting, Darbil.
I saw you approaching us in the middle of the scene. I was worried that my...
Not at all. Far from... When we first got to know each other, he was still...
Nice to meet you. To be perfectly honest, I was already pretty good at telling stories, so full disclosure, we had to put this little stage together using whatever wood and cloth we could borrow. It's really low budget. Anyway, we're all good enough at acting to get through the motions, but none of us are any... So I got a student from the academia to adapt an old story I knew to make it more appealing to our audience. What do you think? Passable?
I could tell that you've had someone tighten up the lines. They turned out very nicely.
Ah, that's good. Well, as you can see, even now, we still don't have much of an audience. Don't suppose you'd be interested to see the rest of the show?
Sure, why not? I don't have anything pressing lined up. Tickets for 2, please. How much would that be?
There's no need for ticket. We've actually found a sponsor for this performance, too. He's not too... I doubt we'll be able to keep...
Darbil Asgar still hasn't shown up for the next scene. We should get his costume and sword out so they'll be ready to go the moment he gets here.
My apologies. I have to get ready for the upcoming scene. I'll see you from the stage.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink. Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink. Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink. Talk to the bartender if you want a drink. Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
We mercs have
to the
one
bartender
simple
if you want a
rule.
drink.
Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Would you two like to order some food? What can I get you? If you're looking for recommendations...
Bear with us a moment. I was at Port Orange. He's a good guy. There's a lot of... That's my secret. Thanks for waiting. We'll take you up on that. We've got good seats. Close to the stage, but also not too crowded. We can watch the show as we eat. If I remember correctly, but I won't spoil it for you. You have to experience it for yourself. I don't tend to judge a story's worth by my personal... History always repeats itself. When you keep this in mind and watch out for the echoes of past events...
Here you are. The check's on the table, too. Just call me over when you're ready to settle up.
No need. I'll pay up front.
Thank you, sir. Oh,
Call it a token of my...
thank you so much.
Hey, Kaya. I'm so sorry. but the actor who plays the princess, we can't do the rest of the show without it, so...
Ooh, that would be fun. Darbil, would you lose any...
Not really.
Don't worry about that.
Let me think. Wait, but Kubad, switching actors is one thing.
Well, good...
You're kidding.
Sure. If you can show me the way...
It's in the restaurant.
Gotta say, I think I actually look pretty dapper in this. Uh-oh, not a fan of me as a
Kaya, here's your script for the next...
Only one way to find out.
Okay, I think we've covered all your lines.
All right.
Great. Then let's get this...
General Kubad, son of... I beg you, please spare my few remain...
Frasyav, though you now lead only the husk of a once, even your most savage warriors have no desire to see further bloodshed. And none among your ranks have opposed General Frasyav. Do you...
With my army in ruins, I am in no... Yes, let us end our hostilities and send our surviving men home to their families.
We share the desire to lay down our arms for good and liberate our hearts from the dirge of hatred. Then as God above is our witness, by the authority vested in me by this intaglio of King Kabu, I hereby declare that my tutor Gundafar has already made haste to my father the king with the recommendation of a truce. It is my sincere hope that he will see that peace as a path to...
Prince Kubad, your name is renowned throughout your land and ours. I will place my hope in your words.
One will find on a battlefield no master of ceremonies, nor the paper on which a treaty may be signed. In their absence, let us raise our weapons and swear an oath. I, Kubad, son of Kabus, hereby pledge protection to you and all of your kin. May the oceans be stained red with my blood if I am ever to renounce this oath.
Wow, your friend is so... Hey, Rashana!
I return, Your Highness. I hope I'm not too late. Have you already promised peace to Frasyav?
Nay, I am not so rash as to preempt my father's blessing. I promised only what I could so far, the safety of his kin.
My child, I must share with you the gravest news. Kabus has become blinded by fanaticism and hatred, and will—
How can this be? You mean to say that my father has rejected our proposal for peace?
He has indeed. I urged him to reconsider, and for this, but far stricter punishment than this awaits you, should you return home with your troops. Please heed my warnings, dear child. I dare not imagine what unspeakable—
Nay, the truce must stand. I cannot renounce my oath. How can man claim to stand above beast without remaining true to his word? The masses have grown weary of death and conflict in both our nation and theirs. Are we all now to bend to his will and massacre countless more? When I departed my beloved home to fight in a foreign land, I did so to honor his wishes and for my duty to our people. Alas, is this fate's grand design? Is this fate's grand design?
Kaya, the next line is, alas, is this fate's grand design, that I should spend the rest of my days in a foreign land, till I am laid to rest in a grave far from home?
Must it be so?
Huh? Wait, that's not part of the script. Kaya, did you not hear me?
My dear audience, I ask... Oh? I shall discard this—
Wait, but that's not— My dear prince, do you intend to betray your father and abandon your heritage?
Fate means to send the machinations of war to every corner of the land, to fan the flames of conflict till they engulf the entire world. Fate would see my sword tainted with the blood of innocents, that the bright banner of my homeland might fly in every nation, but I shall not bow to the—
Bravo! Where did this—
Shut up. Stop it.
I, Kubad, will spend the rest of my—
Oh, at least he brought it back.
Prince Kubad, my child.
Gundafar, my dear mentor. You have all— but I must walk this—
Goodbye, my child.
It's Prince Kubad. Could I please get your autograph?
Why, certainly, ma'am.
Ooh, thank you. I'll just go find a pen.
Feeling more like a fan now? Acting is quite fun. If there ever—
Dabil, could you—
My apologies, Master Toos.
I was some— The performance was The improvised section was particularly good.
Thank you, sir.
Gaia, was it? Well, young—
Thank you for the
Well, my door is always open. Dabil, we can—
Thank you so much, Master Toos. I'll see you shortly. Seriously, Kaya, you know, you should—
Starbill,
Genius invocation.
Sure. Okay, I think they're— All right, this should be far enough. Don't think they'll find me here. People were starting to expect a lot of things that I didn't— I don't mind socializing. What about you? Did you enjoy— Oh? Let me think. Perhaps there's an inept— Yeah. Anyway, that's exact— Oh, my dear everyone. If you don't like the script, a little too relax. When I did my little bit— You're still holding on to the— It's been the most fascinating day, hasn't it?
Bringing top-to-bottom reform to our foreign trade sector is exceptionally difficult.
Look, Mondstadt's windmills. Ah, such a comforting sight. Now, as promised, your souvenir. Here you go. According to the merchant I bought it from, mysterious spirits called Jinn often live in lamps like this. Merchants love. I know you like rare things, so you're welcome. I'm ready to head into the city now. I could give everyone their souvenirs first, but I'm not sure whether I'm in the mood for running around and visiting people right after the long journey. Maybe I'll take a breather first. But I know I'll only get bored sitting in my room alone. Do you have any suggestions? Yes, I suppose. Okay, souvenir run it is. Let's start by going to the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Hey, you two busy?
You must have had a tough journey, Kaya. Yes. Welcome back, Kaya. I understand. Back to matters at hand, Kaya. I have already received your report. You did well this time, thank you. A few days ago, we received a letter from the representative of the Wine Merchants Association in Sumeru. It was thanks to your on-the-spot decisions that further losses, due to continued delays, were avoided.
Just doing my duty. Anything to reduce the acting Grandmaster's workload. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have some unused travel funds.
Given the suddenness of the situation and the difficulty in resolving it, I authorized a greater than normal disbursement in case of unforeseen circumstances. But I didn't think there would be this much left over. Thank you, Kaya.
Just doing the right thing. But I'm not actually here for a post-trip debrief. I brought some souvenirs back for everyone.
Souvenirs from Sumeru?
Here, the letter opener is for Jean, the jeweled brooch is for Lisa, and the items in the box are for everyone else.
The artistry of this is exquisite. Look at the ornamentation on the sheath. This must be one of those crafts unique to Sumeru. It's my first time seeing one in person. Thank you, Kaya. I love the color of the gem in this brooch, and the setting is so elegant. You have excellent taste, Kaya. This can't have come cheap.
It wasn't too bad. I didn't spend too much.
Might I intrude a moment?
Albedo, is that you? Come in.
I finished the latest quarterly expenses report for the workshop. It's ready for your review. Traveler, greetings. And Kaya, welcome back from Sumeru. I haven't seen you in a while. You two look like you're in good spirits.
As a matter of fact,
You're too kind.
Since you weren't around,
Children always have the most peculiar...
also been grounded? Sounds like things haven't been...
It's Klee's third time.
Evidently, you're not the least bit
No. On the contrary, what would be a surprise is if Klee ever managed to stay out of trouble for a substantial length of time.
Anyway, since my when Klee's next...
Sure, makes sense. Leave the surprise for the person who'll enjoy it the most.
I'll leave these documents here. I'll take my leave now, everyone.
Kaya, I've approved your vacation request. Use this time to relax and unwind. Don't worry about the report and other work. I'll take care of it. You too, Honorary Knight. There isn't any work the Knights of Favonius require your assistance with at this...
Thank you. Then we'll be go-
Enjoy your vacation.
Don't worry. I'm surprised Klee still hasn't escaped. Kids will always... Well... Ooh, how... Diluc should be there tomorrow since he has business to deal with. But then there's nothing scheduled. What do you think? When should we go? That works. Then I guess we'll see Diluc. You made it. Come on, let's go inside. Brace yourself for some sour grapes.
If you're not feeling well, then let me go this time.
Oh, I'm fine. It's not serious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
What are you doing here today? And I see you've brought a +1.
Oh, it's nothing particularly...
Is that it?
Oh, do you really mean that?
Sounds like you're in a hurry to reach your goal.
Plotting a raid? Why, my informants tell me, of course, a teetotaler... Oh, wait. But this...
Quite the story.
What? Here. This is for you. That's it?
You want to comment? Okay, then. This thing is... very in line...
One moment, Master Kaya. I shall fetch it immediately.
What's wrong, Elzer?
My throat is a bit raspy is all.
Many illnesses are caused by overwork. If you don't get enough rest, medicine alone will... Surely you should have long since handed...
Actually, most of the time he...
Take some time off, Elzer. It's important to take care of your health. You have to take it serious.
Master Diluc.
Enjoy your vacation. There's nothing quite like enjoying...
Normally I'd have...
Really?
I asked Connor to select a bottle of our best.
You asked Consider it as...
Such.
Glad you like it.
Very well, Master Connor.
Elzer is a good guy, and he's very responsible.
Master Kaya, your wine, traveler, this one's for you.
Oh, very good.
Isn't it?
No need. Sweet is just...
Don't mind if I do. I haven't caught up with you like this. We used to always pour the first glass for you when cracking open a new barrel. With you gone these past few years, I've had to drink it for...
Well, since it wasn't me harvesting the grapes, de-stemming, or crushing them...
It's an important step in the winemaking. If you'd like, traveler, you can...
It isn't nearly as exciting as he makes it sound. Your back will be...
Master Kaya is right. Harvesting grapes is back-breaking labor. But seeing the grapes turn into grape juice...
Wait, so...
Oh, goodness, no. Master Diluc is far too busy.
Oh? And just what is
Well, you know, come night...
Connor, you're an awful liar. I hate to see you struggle.
Oh, so Master...
That was because the adults said children...
Ah, yes, of course.
But on a serious note, having grown... Even though I couldn't help with making distilled... How could anyone not love to drink with a childhood like that? So, let us raise a glass to wine...
Here, here, to Dawn Winery.
Speaking of wine, Connor, I have a gift for you.
I get a present too? Thank you, Master Cat. Time really does fly. I still remember that now I have wrinkles and Tunner's...
How is Tunner holding up?
He's still tough, but getting on in years. A lot of the temporary workers I hired quit. Master Kaya, if you have time, why not go talk to him?
I definitely owe him a visit. I haven't seen him in some time. Busy day today,
Oh, Master Kaya, you're back. They're growing wonderfully this year. A few rows are all... Sit. After we're done picking...
No need. We were just drinking with Connor, and our stomach...
What about your friend? Doesn't he...
Allow me to enter...
the...
Harvesting grapes is hard work. Do you still remember how I used to help...
I believe I... What's this? Come with me, young lad. You have nimble hands, lad. Master Kaya wasn't nearly so careful when he was young. He Fortunately, the young master has a good head on his shoulders. Didn't take long for him to get up to speed. And now he's turned into such an outstanding young man, polite and kind. If I had a son as exceptional as Kaya, oh, I would be the happiest man in Mondstadt. There's a few more rows of grapes up ahead. Let's finish picking them together. Careful not to damage the grapes when... These grapes look excellent. You're a fast learner. I'll take them. Good Master Kaya. I don't know him like Miss Adeline or Master Diluc do, but I know that no matter how old your child gets, they always need a home they can come back to. And without family by your side, you at least need the companionship of friends. I've been working here for decades and watched him grow up with my own, but he guards his seat. I can see that you have a... Hearing that puts my mind at ease. Wonderful!
You're looking very happy, Tunner. Was the Traveler telling...
Master Kai.
Of course.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave this. Sun's out, guns out. Just sucks that I got so much work to do.
I'm surprised Klee still hasn't escaped. Kids will always have... Well, now that... Ooh, how about we visit... Diluc should be there tomorrow since he has business to deal with. But then, what do you think? When should we go? Great. Then it's settled. Let's meet the day after tomorrow at the... You're more punctual than I expected. Let's head inside.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you. My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
Master Kaya? And the Traveler?
What? Long time no see, Elzer.
Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it? So what brings you back to the winery this... Sorry. Is there anything I can do for you?
No need to be so formal. I just returned from Sumeru and dropped by to see you all.
Ah, what a pity. Master Diluc went out to handle business last night and hasn't returned yet.
Never mind. The main thing is that you and Adeland are here. Oh, speaking of Adeland, where is she?
She's taking some time off. She was busy cleaning yesterday and finally has a bit of time to herself.
Perfect. I brought some gifts for you both. Here, this belt buckle is for you.
My goodness, it's exquisite. Thank you, Master Kaya. I'll treasure it. Would you like anything to drink? We recently finished making a new batch of dandelion wine.
Well, what perfect timing. I was just wondering how this year's batch was coming along.
Let me fetch a barrel and have someone deliver it to the Knights of Favonius headquarters for you.
Oh, I won't be needing an entire barrel. A couple of bottles will be more than sufficient. Else Diluc might say I came here to beg.
Oh, Master Diluc might grumble, but he doesn't mean it. Anyway, let me fix you both a drink.
Much obliged. Then I'll have a glass of dandelion wine and a glass of cider lake for him, if you please.
The name is not that literal. It is a drink with...
Strictly speaking, that's not an...
Please, enjoy. Pleased you liked it. Looks like...
How have you been recently? Is the winery's business doing well?
To tell you the truth, we've had our work cut out for us recently trying to fulfill some major orders. Things have only just started to quiet down over the last couple of days.
So, you've had no time off lately?
Master Diluc was concerned about the same thing. But with him being out on business for a few days, who would take care of business and the guests if I were to take time off? Maybe some other time.
At least take half a day to see a doctor and make sure you're okay. If your condition worsens, Diluc will never forgive himself.
You make a fair point.
If you're worried about having someone to handle the winery, why not leave it to me? I'm familiar enough with your responsibilities to cover for you for a while.
Master Kaya, Please, come back to the winery more often. We all miss you very much.
All right. No need for that kind of talk. Come on, I'll see you out.
While I'm resting, I shall leave Dawn Winery in your hands.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Rest easy, and go see the doctor. Such great weather today. A calm breeze and delicious wine. This is quite the treat. Though, it's a pity this batch seems a bit bland. How about I go to the wine locker and fetch one from the reserve collection? I remember it's on the second floor. Of course it's fine. I promised Elzer I'd help. I said nothing about leaving the wine alone.
Sorry, I'm a little late to the welcome party, but I believe I just heard the words wine locker and reserve collection. Planning on pilfering a bottle of reserve, Master Kaya? The reserve collection is reserved for a reason, you know. You should at least run it past Master Diluc first.
Oh, Adeland, surely you misheard. We were simply taking a walk around the house.
I see. Anyway, what brings you and the traveler to the winery today?
We just returned from Sumeru. It's been a while, so I thought we might drop by and say hello. And perhaps enjoy a complimentary drink while we're here. Surely you wouldn't object, Adeland.
How could I object? We're simply happy that you've come back to see us.
Oh, Adeland, I also brought some gifts for you all. This bottle of essential oil is for you. If you rub it on your hands when it gets cold, your skin won't crack.
Oh my! I can't believe you remembered something like that.
Of course I remember. You always took such good care of me when I fell sick as a child. In comparison, this is nothing.
You're all grown up now, and you don't get sick nearly as easily. You don't need me to look after you anymore.
True, I don't get sick as much. But speaking of being looked after, when I was in Sumeru, I did find myself and my stomach missing your cooking so terribly.
Oh, are you hungry? Would you like to eat something? You too, traveler. Please tell me if there's anything you'd like to eat.
Well, now that you mention it, I do actually feel a bit peckish.
Steak?
Oh, yes. A nice steak would really hit the spot.
Fragrant cedarwood grilled, medium, stewed vegetables on the side?
Yes, just like you always used to make. Thank you kindly, Adeland.
My pleasure. Traveler, I'm sorry I'm not familiar with your preferences. Would you like to come with me and select a few dishes?
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Grilling the steak over fragrant cedar wood. Since using an open, I can offer you a satisfying salad, cold cut platter, and anything stewed. What would you prefer, traveler? Okay. Master Kaya really likes stew. Of course! He wasn't always such a but at least that's my... His temperament has changed quite a lot over... Kaya is much... When he answers your... As for not knowing, but don't let him get to you too much. Do you know why it... Oh, Master Diluc. And how did I... Anyway, though I'd originally planned, he and I finished Master Crepus. So you see, his friends have a special place. Kaya's quite a smooth talk. Ah, good.
Drinking fine wine, eating at... Oh, what is...
Food's ready.
Oh, we never imagined... I'm afraid that... After all...
Since it's... I know that us sharing a meal is a sign of our close traveler. given how petty.
Hello, everyone. Pardon me, I'm Guangzhi, a guard.
No wonder Elzer felt.
The pleasure is all mine.
Why don't we go inside?
Certainly, Master Kaya. Please wait a moment.
And how might I address you, sir? As well as
just Kaya is fine.
A pleasure to meet. Our collaboration, if it's no trouble.
Master Kaya.
Master?
I'm Master Krepus.
My mistake.
You may have misunderstood. I'm also a guest here, but please.
Thank you for your grace.
In addition to the apples, Adelant.
As you...
Thank you again for your most...
Please, it was a...
The guest has left, Master Kaya. It's all I really wanted. I have never considered...
I understand, Oh, now...
Hello, everyone.
Now that was fast.
The doctor said there was nothing to worry about. I just need some rest. But on the way back, I met someone who was looking for Master Kaya.
Kaya! Shh!
Grounded? Sumer...
Yep, Kaya has rescued Kaya.
Oh, if...
This is a full...
Hello, miss.
What?
I really need to...
I see.
See, Adeland.
Yeah.